Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Philanthropone, and I am back with some more VR news. Mainly the big one, which is that the new 2.0 bundle, base stations and controllers for the Vive Pro have officially been announced. Namely, well, they've been announced, but the price got announced for $13.99, just under $1,400, which goes to show that my original prediction was correct, which makes me not even want to think about how much the Vive Pro 2.0 accessory bundle is gonna cost. And I don't see how they're gonna make it any less than like $1,300, where I said in another video that I don't see how they're going to make this thing any less than $1,300 given the price of the 1.0 bundle that they recently announced as well. So first off, I'm just kind of confused a little bit because of how recent they announced this so shortly after the 1.0 accessories bundle that got announced. Like, I thought there was going to be a larger gap, a larger window between this 1.0 bundle and the 2.0 bundle being released. And my first thought was, holy cow, there are going to be some people that are not happy who maybe ordered this 1.0 bundle not so recently. And I was right, because I checked out HTC Vive's Twitter page and I found one tweet already so far that goes, "Why you sell a version 1.0 starting kit for Pro when you already have version 2.0 ready? I was misled to get the old hardware for a new head mount. This is so confusing. Sounds like a tactic to sell old inventory. How can I return this?" And I can guarantee, I don't have proof, but I can easily assume that he is not the only one who is probably fuming right now because of this kind of strange scenario that HTC has put themselves in with this new bundle announcement. So apparently you cannot buy this bundle at HTC Vive's main site as you would if you were like a consumer, which the only place I could find it on an HTC site regarding, you know, the Vive is on HTC's enterprise site, which they announce here as well on their main blog. This is their blog where they announced the price and everything that's included with this new 2.0 bundle. And at the bottom here, for more on the Vive Pro, please visit enterprise.vive.com, which takes you here where you can see the Vive Pro starting at $13.99. And I believe this Advantage Plus is required for commercial use of the Vive Pro. So that's, I think, where you would buy it if you're a consumer or a professional and you want a Vive Pro 2.0 bundle. So I personally have no immediate plans on buying 2.0 accessories because it's just not really worth it for me given my space, my play space size. New controllers would be nice, just because, you know, I've had to surgically repair one of mine already because of non-clicking trackpads, and the trackpads still aren't as good as they once were. So I don't know, down the road, if I could get my hand on some new controllers, and assuming they're not like $400 each, I might do it. We'll see. But like I was saying, it seems to be that they are now very fully focused, HTC that is, on gearing this toward businesses and companies who are looking to use the Vive Pro for like a large space to maybe bring in customers to try out, like, you know, sell tickets for some type of VR experience. Because now they can track 10 by 10 meters versus I think it was 5 by 5 for the old base stations. And that's just one example. I've also heard of like Volkswagen, I guess, is using it to immerse customers to buying cars so they can get a better idea of what they're buying. And I think I also read that it's being used for on-the-job purposes, like forklift drivers, I read, are using the Vive. I don't know if they're jumped on the Vive Pro yet, but that's one of the examples they gave, that for on-the-job training, like forklift drivers are using VR to train how to use forklifts. And as far as compatibility goes, in case you don't know, if you're wondering, the Vive Pro uses 2.0 sensors, and 2.0 sensors are backwards compatible with 1.0 sensors, which is why I'm able to use my old base stations with my Vive Pro. However, 2.0 base stations, these new ones, cannot be used with the original Vive. So, I mean, I guess that's kind of obvious. I don't think anyone's going to make that purchasing mistake, like, oh, I'm gonna get new base stations with my, well, I mean, maybe it can happen. I guess if someone really wants to, if they don't want to jump on a Vive Pro headset and they want the new base stations, for maybe they have, like, they're renting out a gymnasium and they still have the original Vive, they might get screwed over with that as well. But I don't know, I guess I'd just throw that out there. So, and in this blog post over here by HTC, like I said, they were quick to point out that the Vive Pro is a business, mainly for business use. Possibly, I don't know, to stifle the countless gamers who have their keyboards ready to say, what the heck? Why, you know, to unleash their wrath on HTC of why these latest pricing schemes are so absurd. And I got to thinking as well that HTC really shouldn't have done the whole New Year's resolution post, because that got everyone excited for the Vive Pro or the next whatever. It wasn't the Vive Pro then, but for HTC's next headset, including regular gamers. You know, there was no indication in that New Year's resolution post that this was going to be geared toward businesses and enterprises, at least as far as I can remember. It was just a general post where everyone's like, yay, 2.0, here we come. But I think that kind of got the ball rolling, where everyone thought this was going to be an upgrade for everyone. But it looks like HTC has derailed from that path. And it just goes to show that HTC was just, I guess, sort of all over the board in deciding how to market this thing. And I love how also in one part of this post, let me find it. Here, they mention, when combined, the HTC Vive Pro and NVIDIA VR Ready Quadro GPUs, I was like, those don't sound too familiar. Let me look one up. I bet you they're really cheap. And if you don't know, a Quadro P5000, I only found 3 of them on Newegg, with the cheapest one being this price. Bam. Good old $1,900 on top of a Vive Pro. So $1,400 plus $1,900 plus, I don't know, maybe you need the other parts for a PC if you don't already have a PC ready rig, then you're pretty much putting out enough money to buy a pretty good car for VR, which is pretty insane. But anyway, so that I thought that was kind of hilarious how they just kind of threw that in there. Like, by the way, if you want the Pony Quadro P5000, you're gonna have to spend more than this bundle. But again, they were targeting that little comment toward businesses and enterprises, which, by the way, so I have some Twitter comments, and there's one in particular that I thought was really kind of huge. By someone who works for a corporation. Let me just go through them real quick. So these are all in response to HTC Vive's bundle announcement on their Twitter page, where one person said, "The tech inside says consumer, the cost and spin say business." And this is the tweet I was talking about, where a guy said, "I'm part of a corporation that has used the HTC Vive 1 to develop VR sims for non-gaming purposes in construction. Even corps who have money will still be looking for ways to save on cost while retaining quality. We use the Samsung Odyssey now because $399 is less than $1499. I think he meant $1399, unless he's talking about that other, what was the other one? With the Pro Advantage, which, oh no, that's $1598 and $1698. Never mind, yeah, I think he just got the price wrong. But basically he's saying, right there, price matters. And then I think there was this guy who was responding to someone else where he said, or how about a company that manages to appeal to the public early on and take a freaking edge on an emerging market and decides to destroy everything by going enterprise only? Guys, seriously? It's too expensive to be only an upgrade. Same FOV, same lens, same controllers, same sweet spot, still tethered? No way. I mean, that pretty much sums up everything like perfectly in such a short sentence or couple sentences. Anyway, I hate to have to be this blunt, but you guys need to innovate much more significantly to justify such prices. You will be steamrolled in no time if you think incremental upgrades for sky-high prices will work. Innovate. Don't just charge more because the ship is taking on water. Now lastly, I guess the whole scary side to all of this is that if you saw my video review for the Vive Pro, you will know that my reaction to it was not as jaw-dropping as I had hoped. So that makes me wonder if the Vive Pro is considered a 1.5 upgrade and only, a marginal upgrade, according to many, including myself. What kind of specs is an official Vive 2.0 consumer grade headset? How much is that going to cost, and what are the specs going to be? Because if we're getting such a little incremental increase with the Vive Pro for that price, it's kind of a scary thought to think how much an official 2.0 version is going to cost, which probably honestly won't come out. Like, they'll probably wait another 2 years, I guess, because they waited 2 years for the Vive Pro. Maybe they'll wait another 2 years for a 2.0 headset. I just don't know. So I was also going to do a separate video for this. I still am, I think, but some of these pricing models can also give some insight into how much the wireless adapter is going to cost. I'll just say this for now. I'm not optimistic. That's it. So thank you so much as always for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry if it was a bit of a downer, because this wasn't exactly good news at all still to many of those who were hoping to maybe someday get a Vive Pro. But thank you so much as always for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you're new to my channel and are interested in VR or gaming in general, be sure to subscribe to my channel for all of my latest updates in the future. Thank you once again. Till next time, peace.